For America.
For America.
For America, it's fine. And even that's arguable. But in American history,
right,
it's the Bible.
Right.
Where we sat down,
Roman Catholicism.
Roman actually passed down. That's what it actually is.
Right.
But that was the unifier.
Right.
That's what we all came around.
And it worked for a certain group of people.
For 400, even longer than that, but in America, and it's funny because we're in 2019, 1619, 2019.
Exactly 400 years ago.
400 years. On my birthday, August 20th, is the exact day.
Wow.
It's open 20 acres.
Right.
South Virginia.
Wow.
August 20th. But the point is that here's how it's moved.
Right.
You mentioned Roman Catholicism and also just the idea, or the Bible itself. This is the importance of religion in society. And I mentioned the word religion.
Right.
Not spirituality.
Religion.
Okay, religion in society.
The religion.
Okay, all to bring
together.
Okay.
Right. The rules and regulations.
And from God. And so, but this is the point of it, is that when you're building civilization, we don't make ourselves brothers.
Right.
We are not brothers until we have the same mother or father, until we have the same parent.
Right.
It's our mother that makes us brothers.
Mm.
We'll never be brothers. Even brothers are not brothers.
Right.
Until they recognize it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the mother. This is how I was saying the mother.
The mother.
You recognize it. You have to recognize it.
Right.
Okay. Without God, we ain't brothers.
Mm. Say that again. Without God, we ain't brothers.
We ain't brothers, or sisters, or family.
Right.
Or better yet, human.
Right.
So the ancient African never believed in a God in the sky. We know this. Please.
Right.
Okay? We were studying astronomy.
Right.
We knew what was in the sky.
We knew what was going on.
Okay. But the concept, the state concept of religion.
Right.
If there's this one thing that we all come from.
Right.
I don't have to know you. You ain't got to know me. This is the thing that we all know we come from.
Yeah, right.
We can form a nation.
We can form a nation out of that. If it's the almighty Ra is a representative, if it's the allegory that makes it easier for you to digest, if it's easier for me to explain it to my child and pass it down when I tell him he looks up at the stars, that's how I can define religion for everyone to get on one accord. And there doesn't have to be any beef in what I believe and what you believe, because when we look up, we see the same thing.
No. Nefertiti.
Same thing.
Here's the Aten.
Yeah.
The Aten shines on us all.
Right.
You can go look at it. We can go.
Very simple.
Brings everyone together around one concept.
Great story. Great
story.
Right. And that idea, we're getting to, because just to go a little deeper without losing anyone, to go to that idea of energy and organisms. And then once you understand everything that is in the skies inside of us, and that we have that same power in God within, and that even in explaining what's going on in the stars, from a novice standpoint, you can say you are that and I am that with this in the God within me. That concept should be easy enough for everybody to grasp, to say that we are all one, because ultimately that's what we're ultimately trying to get to in this self-governed sovereignty existence, to say if we are all brothers under this one existence, this one source, that in energy is transportable and never dying, then there must be this easy concept for us to say we're all related. You're my brother. How do we coexist together?
It should be easy, but there's a word that we have to interject into our conversation. It's called imperialism.
Okay. that's a heavy one. I didn't know that was going to be the word. Yeah.
Imperialism.
Because that doesn't come from Africa, or does it?
Well, everything comes from Africa.
Right.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right. But the mindset or the concept of
the
imperialism.
way we're using imperialism, should I say white European colonialism,
right,
or imperialism, is what we're suffering from.
Yes.
The Carthaginians were also colonists.
Right.
The Phoenicians were colonists. The Egyptians, the Cushites, they
Right.
were in other people's lands,
Right.
setting up shop.
Absolutely.
But some people, most people wanted them there. It was
an exchange.
It was an exchange.
You bringing this from your land, I'm bringing this from my
And we
land.
allow you to stay here. You're not from here, but we want you here.
Right.
That's still a form of colonization. It's still a colony, but it's not like
it's not imperialism. I'm taking over your land.
I'm letting off bombs,
right.
guns,
and sickness,
attack dogs, and sickness.
right.
Okay, that's a different thing.
Right.
Now, when that's your society, the simplest things like you just mentioned are impossible.
Right.
I mean, they are literally impossible. Justice is impossible in a colonial society.
Right.
That's the first thing that goes away in a colonial society. We chilling, sitting here talking just like we are right now. And so people come through the door and rope us both up. You may fight.
I mean, I'm about to say we gotta put them hands on me.
But look what our ancestors were up against. Look at what some of our ancestors beat these people down. It was like, you don't hear about them in history,
right.
but
they still over there.
They got beat down. But imagine you chilling like this and somebody coming and a bomb goes off. Boom.
Mm.
You like this, yo, Nick, you all right? Yo, before you even know it, dogs are coming.
Mm.
You fighting the smoke in the air. You after a while, you're subdued through terrorism.
Right.
Now you can still be thinking how to get out of this, but you're subdued. You're roped up. You seeing your people
against my will.
Against your will. Now, if this is how it started, things like justice, unity, God, mercy, forgiveness, intelligence, understanding. And when I say intelligence, I mean understanding. These things are impossible. So now we jump to another level, and not to get too deep into it. But there's a saying that says that in a society that is based on lies, you can do anything.
Wow.
So yeah, we're in a situation where the simplest things like peace, love, unity, joy, simple stuff.
Simple.
stuff,
Easy concepts that everyone wants.
And everyone wants to understand. You can't have it in a colonial situation. In fact, colonialism its presence is stepping on those things.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we can't have that. But now, you mentioned God. Anything you give a God is good for a God.
Ooh. Okay.
Anything.
Anything you give to a God is good for a God.
Anything you give the devil is good, bad for the devil. Like, in other words, you give the devil something good,
and he's gonna turn it bad.
Right. Give the devil something bad, he's gonna make good out of that.
Yeah, he's gonna do what the devil's supposed to do with it.
Boom. Your nature. Is your nature God? Yeah, my nature is God. So here's the point. We want you to take this and
you right on top of it. I see what you're doing.
God takes you poison in the mouth, God. But guess what comes out? The cure.
Cure.
If you live in a society of lies, that means you can do anything.
Right.
You can be anything. You can basically let's leave the truth alone for a minute. Okay? Put the truth to the side. I'm having too much fun with this fantasy.
With these fairy tales.
That's the proper word.
Fantasy.
I'm having too much fun in the fantasy to face reality.
The Matrix.
Here we go.
Well, I know he's gonna get this deep this quick.
You won't believe it.
I'm ready, man.
This is where we at. So the question then becomes first, and this goes back to leadership too. What kind of person are you?
Are you a god or you a devil?
Are you a god or are you a demon? The word our ancestors used the word demon. D-man. To not man. Man is man.
Right.
To a not man is a demon.
Take the humanity out of you.
To not be human.
Right.
That's the demon. The demon.
Right.
That's it. So either you that, and that's your nature too. Here's this cruel part to nature, to the universe.
The yin and the yang.
This is you, dog. This is who you are.
You can't have this without that.
Look, you the devil.
Right. Play your position.
Play your role. But you ain't faster than God.
Yeah.
No, we way faster than you.
Yeah.
You go ahead and play the role.
You there just so people know that I am God.
That's what you need to say. That's the revelation. You there so that people can know who the real sovereign is. That's why you there. So
I'm gonna watch this about 1,000 times. I already know that. Listen, this is my sermon to get up every day. I can already feel it.
You've lived 1,000 times already, and that's why I thank you too for your contribution. I mean, look what you're doing to the fabric of history, to the actual fabric. We're coming up on Black History Month.
Yes.
February, and 400 years. This is the February we should be thinking about. Like, seriously,
for real.
Who are we? What did we achieve? What does it mean to be Black? And is that even the title, Black?
Right. Is that what we call it?
Is that what we call it? We need a convention that ends with our Constitution.
Wow. We do. That's real action. That's real action.
Right. Let's do that and talk about this in this way. I'm going to interview you. The idea of laws.
Right.
With the Constitution, we set out what our African American nation is.
Okay.
When we do that, we have a court system. We have our own courts.
Our own courts.
Okay. Once you have law, you have a court. You just need a building. Okay. Or somebody to interpret the law.
The Supreme Justice.
The Supreme Justice, right? That he's going to represent the law. She's going to represent that law. So what I'm getting at is with our own laws and courts, we cannot be arrested ever again. In fact, we start arresting people. This, I think, is the African American challenge going into the future, especially with the new president or a new president is coming in, is that when we talk about the protection of our community, the main issue is that we can't arrest others when they harm us.
Okay.
The law is one way in the United States.
We see that.
It's one way. It's white law on everyone.
Right.
But white people don't follow no one else's laws. Like the Native Americans as a nation, we should all be following their laws.
Their laws. It's their land.
It's their land. We should be following. African Americans should come together. Latino. What is the Latino law? I should know it, and when I'm in their community, follow it.
To come up with the best law.
Best law. That's argued amongst scholars, Latino, Native American, Asian, Persian.
All come to the table and say our law is justified in this way. Can I see your law so we can help better everyone's law?
And now create global law.
Right.
And now we have peace on earth because we all, not this colonial, we coming in with bombs and guns, get on your knees, that's the law.
Now, just to take one area for a second, because this is a real question that I often ask in times like, or the Bilderberg Group, or Trilateral Commission. These are things that we're set up to believe are what the novice would call something like the Illuminati.
Yes.
But to your point, they believe that they're doing exactly what they say.
Right.
Some of the most powerful people in Germany will come to this table. Some of the most powerful people in America, some of the most powerful people in media, they all sit at a table once a year and discuss how to come together. That idea of a one world government has been embedded in our mind to be something of danger and something that, this idea of monotheistic, everyone on the same page, therefore everyone is ruled by one God, one understanding, which is extremely dangerous.
Today on Judge Fame, newlyweds demand a refund from a company they claim ruined their wedding.
I would say if you're lucky, a quarter to half the people got food. We had to get silverware and platage for all this from the homeowner and the next door neighbor.
Everything was consumed. We were never told to go home. They did not say take the food and leave.
She ruined her day. Ruined it. The good news is you found the love of your life. There are a lot of people that are unlucky enough to have that.
And later, an older sister brings her brother's ex-girlfriend to court to collect on an unpaid auto loan.
She was bartending, drove the truck home, and on the way home, she wrecked the truck. It rolled and it totaled it. She was drunk.
Were you sentenced to jail with this DUI?
No.
What was your sentence?
It was probation.
I don't know of a case where someone has 3 DUI convictions and they don't go to jail.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real, and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Michael Anzovino says he and his wife hired the defendant to cater the wedding, but her poor service ruined the reception. He's suing for reimbursement for a wedding reception and punitive damages. He's accompanied in court today by his wife, Renee Smith. Defendant Brittany Johnson says she doesn't know because the wedding guests ate all the food, so the contract wasn't breached, and she doesn't give refunds.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Anzovino versus Johnson.
Thank you, Honor. Michael Anzovino,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were suing the defendant Brittany Johnson
Yes.
for $5,000, $4,500 reimbursement for a wedding reception that you paid for, and $500 in punitive damages.
Yes, Your
Okay,
Honor.
I'll start with you, sir. Tell me what's going on here.
We're looking to sue for a breach of contract.
Okay,
There are several points to the reception that, things that were promised, things that were not
was this
delivered.
your wedding, sir?
Yes, it was mine and my wife Renee,
Okay, congratulations. When was the wedding?
June.
So what happened? How did you come to hear about the defendant? You're a caterer now?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you been in that line of work?
Approximately 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years? And do you have a staff of people who work for you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and so how did you come to hear about the defendant and her catering business?
So we were looking for someone that could meld both our heritages. I'm Jamaican, he's Italian. We wanted someone who could do both things. So she provided us a quote on top, which was very reasonable, and she seemed she was able to provide those services.
Okay, and so were there any issues in terms of the time? What time was she set to arrive and how long would she be there?
So in the contract, it said that her and her staff would show up at 4 p.m. because the cocktail hour starts at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So she had hired event staff to help her, 3 people. Those 3 people showed up at 4:30. Her people with the food and caterer didn't show up until 5:50, 10 to 6. That's when we
10 minutes to 6
Yeah.
before the reception
Yeah.
will start? Why is that?
To this day, I don't even know, Your Honor.
What do you mean you don't know?
Because I've asked time and time again what happened. I've never been able to get a direct answer. And because of this, because I entrusted them, they were paid to get there at a certain time, it did not happen. You know, this is a very unfortunate situation.
So did the car break down? Were you double booked? Is something else going on? I don't understand why you don't know why they were late. Were they paid?
Yes.
So my question to you is, if you know then that clearly there's an issue, why haven't you worked out some kind of settlement with the plaintiffs in terms of what they paid?
Because even though they were late, everything was consumed. We were never told to go home. They did not say take the food and leave. Everything was consumed. It just did not happen.
Okay, so it's their wedding reception, right? What do you think? So they have no food there. Do you think they're gonna tell these people to turn around and leave? Or are they gonna take what they can and try to salvage and do the best they can with the situation? Come on, you've been doing this for 5 years. You know how these things work. Is there something you're not telling me?
No.
Is there someone you're protecting? Because I don't get this.
No.
Tell me, do you have any testimony? What do you have from people who were at the reception as to their
We
experience?
have many emails,
We have a video statement from the homeowner herself.
because it was at a friend's house.
And we also have emails with people's own accounts.
Okay, let me see the video from the homeowner and then I'll look at some of these.
The caterers are so frazzled because they've decided that they don't have enough plates and silverware for the guests. She pulls out raw chicken, and she's gonna cook chicken in my kitchen with no air conditioning for 100 people for Renee and Mike's wedding. And I went, oh no, what can I do to help? And she said, can you make the salads? So I called up my neighbor and said, you gotta get over here. We have to make salads for 100 people.
There's clearly a lot more that happened here besides the fact that they didn't show up on time. There was an issue with the food. It wasn't prepared, it wasn't ready.
Because she was well aware of the fact that the salad wouldn't be made until we got there because we
What about the
wanted to
chicken?
look.
Who's gonna cook the chicken for
It wasn't the
125
chicken
people?
for 145 or 25 people. It was the chicken for the children, which was only about 10.
Was there an agreement that they would use your kitchen
She
fried
told
chicken?
us we could. She
No.
told us we could. Anything that does not be.
To warm it,
She only needed the pot to make the linguine. Everything else would be cooked.
I would say if you're lucky, a quarter to half the people got food. Most place settings were not there. We had to get silverware and plated for all this from the homeowner and the next door neighbor. We had family and friends, starting to serve water to people, moving stuff from the cocktail hour, and then moving it from the cocktail hour up to the reception.
And that's because they chose to.
I'll just say this. She hired 3 people to cater to event staff. Then she had 2 of her own people who were cooking or.
Did anything go right at all
No,
at
not
this
from that.
reception?
No.
Anything?
obviously,
She
it's a
ruined
breach
her
of
day.
contract.
She ruined her day. Ruined it. She had the audacity to say our family was impeding her
They
staff.
were.
We had no,
Even though they asked us them to make the salad.
Coming up, the details of the wedding disaster are disputed.
we were promised, fresh ingredients, homemade iced tea, homemade lemonade. We got powdered mixes for that. We got canned and frozen fish.
And later, a family torn apart by drugs and alcohol battled over an unpaid truckload.
He had a history of what?
Drug addiction and alcoholism and being in and out of jail.
This is my French bulldog Bugsy. 2 years after I got him as a puppy, he almost died. I won't.
Plaintiff Michael Anzovino says Brittany ruined their wedding reception. He's suing for reimbursement for a wedding reception and punitive damages. He's accompanied in court today by his wife, Renee Smith. Defendant Brittany Johnson says she doesn't know because the wedding guests ate all of the food.
We had no family photo. We had a lot of family photos that were not being taken because Renee and I were trying to orchestrate, running around like crazy frantically. I was trying to get a hold of her from about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
She didn't
She showed up at
8:30, 8:45.
8:45.
Ma'am, why'd you get there at 8:30?
Graduation. And after the graduation, we had.
Had you agreed that you would be there at 6 p.m.?
6 or after, depending on how things went.
What are these photos of?
The first is the picture the cake we actually got.
That's not what you wanted?
No. It's
What is it,
handed
the
to
next
you.
photo?
The ceremony was the highlight of the.
This is at the
Such a
reception?
flowers.
Yes.
Well, someone's dancing, so people.
We had a
have
live
good
band,
time.
so people kind of.
Yeah.
We had spent money on lessons,
Dance
do some swing
lessons.
lessons, because that was our wedding song. We were unable to do that. We were unable to say thank you to anybody for showing up. We were unable to, no speeches. We got no
This one.
toasts, except for one or two.
Your best man.
My best man, because he made it a point to just get up there and get everybody's attention.
I get it. It was a disaster. I'm just very concerned, and it's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that I came into court today and I asked you why they were so late, which was the start of all of this, and you say to this day you don't know why. That concerns me greatly, especially in your business where you only have one time to get it right for somebody's wedding and their reception. So I think there's more to the story that you're not telling me. How much was the food for the reception that you provided, in your estimation?
Close to maybe 2,700 with the food and
Okay,
plate.
I'm not ordering them to pay for $2,700 worth of food. I don't believe that number either. I just wanted to give you a chance to hear your testimony on that. Here's what I'm going to
Your Honor, may I add something?
do. Yes.
We were promised, fresh ingredients, homemade iced tea, homemade lemonade. We got powdered mixes for that. We got canned and frozen, fish.
Listen, there's no amount of money that can compensate for something like a wedding reception and missing those moments, your dance that you practiced, the swing dance, and missed opportunities. But the good news is you found the love of your life, right?
Amen to
There
that.
are a lot of people lucky enough to have that. So you found the love of your life, and you have a lifetime ahead of you to make many other memories. And I wish the two of you the best. You paid $4,100 for the food and the service at the reception. I'm going to order the defendant to refund you $3,500 of that. That's my judgment, $3,500 for the plaintiffs.
Gentleman is Brittany Johnson. And check all the reviews and references and probably review your contract fully.
Either someone got lost, something happened, they didn't arrive on time, which I'm very sorry about.
We're always interested in what you have to say about our cases. Write us with your thoughts or comments. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or my Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you.
Plaintiff Tammy McVeigh says she co-signed on a truckload for her brother, but then his ex-girlfriend wrecked it. She's suing for a car settlement. Defendant Jessica Joy says she doesn't know because the truck belongs to her ex-boyfriend and he was responsible for paying off the loan. She's accompanied in court today by her mother, Cheryl Walls.
Tammy McVeigh,
Yes.
you are suing the defendant Jessica Joy for $7,500.
I am.
You say she owes you for a car settlement you paid for. That's $6,750 in addition to taxes on the car.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so I'll start with you, ma'am. Give me some background on you, how you know the defendant.
The defendant is my brother's girlfriend, and I co-signed for my brother for a vehicle.
When was that?
It was, I want to say 2011, and
Was she his girlfriend at the time?
she was, yes.
Okay.
He has a history, but I thought he was doing well, and so I
He had a
co-signed
history of what?
drug addiction and alcoholism and
Okay.
being in and out of jail.
And what was your relationship like with the defendant at the time?
It was good. I liked her. I had met her, and I was really hoping that she would be the person who would help settle him and have him do well.
And did that happen?
It did for a while, and after that, things slowly unraveled. Actually, they moved into a house that my husband and I own, and he had gotten custody of his older children, and then they also had a child together, and they were doing really well.
Okay, so you were helping him out a lot. You helped him out with this car and also with the home that they were living in, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so give me some background. Tell me about your relationship with the plaintiff before we talk about the lawsuit.
Everything was good between the two of us. It was in 2011. However, I did not know, I was unaware that there was drug use on his behalf until much, much later. So I don't feel that I was lying to her, keeping anything from her.
So he was abusing drugs when he was with you, but you didn't know it?
Yes.
And how was he able to hide that from you?
Just not doing it around me, and I was busy with the kids, so I didn't notice. And he was going to work and coming home, not being a drug user myself, didn't know signs or anything like that, so I wasn't aware.
And your relationship with the plaintiff was a good one because she was helping the two of you out a lot, right?
Right.
When did the two of you break up?
June
of last year.
Yes.
Okay, so you co-signed for him a truck,
Yes.
and this was back in 2011.
Yes.
Was she a part of the documentation for the truck?
No.
Okay, so it was just your brother.
It was just me and my brother. And then a couple of years later, maybe 2013, I agreed to insure the truck as well.
Okay.
He was working sporadically, so the defendant got a job. She was bartending, and she drove the truck home one night, and on the way home, she wrecked the truck. It rolled and it totaled it.
Okay.
The insurance company doesn't pay if the vehicle is involved in a crime.
What crime?
It was a DUI. She was drunk.
So that night when she totaled the truck, you're saying she was drunk?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
How many DUIs have you been charged with?
3.
So you've had another DUI since you totaled this truck?
Yes.
Okay. This is really serious. Having prosecuted DUI cases as a prosecutor, I know that by the time you've been stopped or arrested or charged with 3 DUIs, those are just the times you've been caught, right? Because you drive on a regular basis drunk. And what ends up happening is, you have a wreck and the truck's total. Were you injured?
No.
Okay. You're lucky, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody who you have to be around for. And there are other people on the road that you're putting in jeopardy if you continue to drink and drive.
Coming up on Judge Faith, the agreement between the exes to pay for the truck is disputed.
In lieu of child support for our son, that he would take care of the truck, so we just weren't going to be exchanging money constantly.
So you made an agreement with him, but she didn't agree to that, right?
Plaintiff Tammy McVeigh says Jessica is responsible for the wrecked truck. She's suing for a car settlement. Defendant Jessica Joy says she doesn't know because the truck belongs to her ex-boyfriend.
You can postmate almost anything. You can't postmate cooking lessons, but you can postmate something that makes you forget you even need them. And a fresh change of clothes. Postmates, get anything.
Who are you, ma'am?
I'm the defense mother.
Why don't you step up here, Kelly? What do you have to add to this case?
Just that Jessica is trying right now. She's getting her life together, and with my support, she's getting things done. And I'm, just like any mom, I'm just trying to support her in every way that I can.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's good that you have that support. A lot of people don't.
Right.
So, why do you think you're not responsible for the damages to the truck?
At the time, after the accident, when her brother and I split up, we made an agreement between the two of us because he was the main on the truck and the plaintiff was the co-signer, that in lieu of child support for our son, that he would take care of the truck, so we just weren't going to be exchanging money constantly.
But agree to that, right?
Right.
Where is he, by the way?
He's in jail.
What's he in jail for?
Fight, and he was arrested for and charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay, and how long is he in jail?
He received 11 years for it.
You got an 11-year sentence?
Yes, ma'am. And I did offer to try. I had a friend that was a mechanic that said I could park the truck for free and he would tow it for free and he would help me try and fix it for salvage.
I guess I'm trying to understand. Let me see because I don't know if the truck is totaled, how are you going to try to repair it? But the bigger issue is the notes aren't being paid.
With the salvage of the truck that I was trying to get and or take the parts that were salvageable and sell, they could have been paid towards the bank note at the time.
So why didn't you do that?
The plaintiff declined.
I never said that. She never returned my calls. She never returned my texts.
Okay, so I'm looking at this police report. Were you sentenced to jail on this case, with this DUI?
No, it was probation with completion of a program and community service hours.
Okay, and you did all of those things?
Yes.
And then got a third DUI?
Yes.
Were you sentenced to jail with this DUI?
No.
Third one? Okay, somebody's giving you a huge break. I don't know who your judge is,
They gave
but they are
me-
bending over backwards for you.
Yes, ma'am.
They really are.
Yes.
I don't know of a case where someone has 3 DUI convictions and they don't go to jail.
White privilege.
And then there's the issue with the truck. I don't know if I were her, if I would really trust your judgment at this point in your life, that you're going to do the right thing and go and try to get parts and sell the parts and come up with some money. Because the issue is no one's paying for the truck. That's the real issue. I still have a truck that's damaged. The person who's responsible for the damages is you. It's not him. It's you.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
So here we are. Let's talk about what you owe and what I find you're responsible for as the person who wrecked the truck and who damaged the truck. The damages exceed the value of the truck, so I'm going to order you to pay the plaintiff the fair market value of the truck, which is $4,320. Judgment in your favor for $4,320. Good luck to all of you.
I'm sad that it turned out the way it did. I feel it should be his responsibility and she should have gone after him instead of me.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the long.
Go after him, but you wrecked it, boo. I ain't gonna go after him in jail.
Sound great.
Hell no, Irvine, fuck them old Randy Watson ass claps y'all just gave me right then. Oh, we don't know that nigga ass claps. I don't know y'all ass neither, shit. No, fuck that, I'm gonna turn around. And when I turn back around, y'all clap like y'all baby doing his Easter speech. There it is, goddammit. We made it. We in here. Grown folks.
We in here.
We persevered. I made it through 19 hours of traffic through this shit. Just to come kick with some grown folks. There's grown folks in the building. I see all these grown people in here. Didn't take a whole bath. Took a little whole ass wash off in the sink and shit. Tried to hurry up and get here before you got off work. Back of your knees still stank and shit, but you hit them hot spots though. You got to the important parts. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Shit. How y'all doing over there? Yeah. Got them beers in your body. Shit, yeah. To the party. White people turn up. Don't nobody turn up like white folks, goddamn, because you know why? They current on everything. Yeah, when you don't owe nobody shit, you don't owe no excuses neither. You just in this motherfucker drinking because it's Thursday and you can. We're gonna get fucked up one sip at a time. They're my kind of white folks. Thank y'all for coming. What are white women at this by themselves and they drinking? I see you. Yeah. Shout out to you. Them the gangsters. Them the real fucking gangsters right there. Ain't nobody more gangster than a drunk ass white woman. White women don't give a fuck. Shit, tell you, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So what? White woman come touch your hair. Oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. Her friends be like, Amber, leave that man hair alone. I don't give a fuck. It's just hair. I don't give a fuck. White woman pee outside. She don't give a fuck who's looking at her and shit. It could be a whole public bathroom next door to where she's standing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Hold my phone. Hold it. You'll be standing in line just waiting and shit. White woman walk right past the line. Fuck your line. She don't care. You be trying to tell her, hey, we in line. I know. I just got one question. And we'll call the police on your ass quick in your face like a gangster. What? Get on the phone. Yeah, huh? No, I asked you what you were doing here. You wouldn't answer. I'm calling the cops. I don't give a fuck. I call the cops. Hello? Yes, it's 8 of them. Yes. I'm from the South. I'm from Texas, where shit is still has always been. So they was asking me, you out here in California, it's all progressive. You gonna date a white woman? I said, I might. But she got to be one specific kind of white woman. Can't be the old, I fuck niggas white woman with the, I got a black baby daddy hairstyle, got the little swoop in the front with the gold highlights and shit. It's all short in the back and shit. Little honey boo boo. Everybody know what I'm talking about. But I got 3 black baby daddies hairstyle. No, hell no. She got a neck tattoo and shit. Not that kind of white woman. No, I need a white woman if I'm gonna date a white woman with a hard H. White woman, goddamn me. She gotta have a white ass name. Her name gotta be Jennifer Amber Rutherford. Like super fucking white, goddamn me. Her family gotta be Presbyterians. Super white, goddamn. I want a white woman so white when she dated me, her granddaddy rolled over in his grave. He in there like, I be goddamn a nigger of all people. I want your whole family ashamed of you, bitch. You can't never go back, goddamn me. I want your granddaddy to write you out the will, bitch. I want your mama not to invite you to Thanksgiving no more. You gonna have to learn how to braid hair on the fly. Like, bitch, I got 3 cousins, they need cornrows. Get to work. Well, can I YouTube it at least? Bitch, I want you white. White out, white. raisins and everything white. I need you white. If I'm gonna date a white woman. Cause I can't be super woke like I am and just regularly date a white woman and she be all cool and shit. No, you know what I mean? The people I'm turning my back on. Every single black woman in America, that's who. You get the universal when you get you a white woman. You could have been a nigga no black woman on earth would have dated. The moment you get a white woman, all the sisters be like, look at this whole ass snap over here. Look at this whole ass just gonna give him a pinky. Like, bitch, I just shot at you last week at the club. You told me, hell no, lame ass nigga. Walked off. That's the world we in. Can't be shit no more. I spent my whole life growing, hey man, won't we do it like a good neighbor? White girl was there. With an ice cold beer. That was good white people timing right there. She showed up just when the Lord had asked her. She saw I was thirsty. No, man, I wanted to be a grown man my whole fucking life. Grew up, got grown, found out being grown ain't worth shit. It ain't shit being a grown man no more. Because these diabolical fashion industry people went out and switched up the whole grown man wardrobe. Now boys don't even dress grown no more. Now they got us wearing what I like to call little bitty bitch ass clothes. Can we say it all together tonight, church? Little bitty bitch ass clothes. Amen. So if you have your Bible, let's turn to the book of Britches. Shall we? No, fellas, when did all of us agree that all the pants was gonna be tight? Super tight. Blood pressure tight. Where you gotta wear your left ball on your left leg. You gotta wear your right ball on your right leg. Meat gotta ride side saddle. There's ain't enough room in the front for your whole unit. Ladies know what I'm talking about. Y'all be seeing these fat coochie dudes walking around. Camel toe on fleek. Pussy big in his jeans. That's not vagina at all. That's balls all mushed up and bunched up in bitch ass britches. And I for one don't appreciate that shit. That ain't how my daddy raised me. Public service announcement, fellas. If the back of your shirt is longer than the front of your shirt, that's a blouse, cuz. I don't give a fuck what people at the mall told you. That is a goddamn blouse, boy. These cats out here be dressing ambiguous as fuck in these streets. You got a whole blouse on, full booty bite, can't feel it because them pants to cut the circulation off in his legs. You got a Gucci purse slung over one shoulder and shit, red and gold tips on his dreadlocks, and I can't tell if that's a soft ass dude or a hard ass broad from behind. So I gotta get his attention, but be respectful because it's 2019. I'm like, hey, excuse me, hey, Bristol. That's a brother and a sister. I'm like, hey, Bristol, your booty out.
He said Bristol.
Y'all can take that home with y'all, Bristol. That don't offend nobody.
But
that shit pissed me off though, man. LGBT community got all the comedians scared out here to make a joke. But then talk about y'all want equality and shit. Equality means equality. You're gonna get these equal jokes like everybody else. It was funny when I was talking about the cripple dude and the blind lady. We all laughed at the ambiguous white woman, but now when it's the gay person turn, you're gonna go on Twitter and shit, march and shit. They almost fucked up Chick-fil-A for us. Y'all seen what they had almost did with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A don't hurt nobody, bitch. Everything they do is they pleasure, goddamn bitch. Got mad because they said they didn't want sweet and sour sauce on Sundays. Now y'all gonna march and shit. They have every goddamn thing. Shit. I got into it with a gay girl at the club on accident. Because I like gay girls. I like them girls and like them girls. And I like some dick every now and then. My kind of girl. I be like, shit, y'all doing all that wrestling? Shit, you gonna need a referee.
Oh, shit.
My thing is, it be the gay girls that hate dudes. Them the ones I don't understand. Oh, hard ass girl. I thought you didn't like dudes. How you gonna go get with a chick that do her best to be a nigga every day? That shit don't add up at all. They be tough as fuck with the little old look. I call it the ain't my man. Ain't my man. They always snatching at, what the fuck is you holding, bitch? Ain't my man. You know, dribbling that invisible basketball. With your point guard walking ass on, so fucking wearing tough ass. And they all got big booties and shit be trying to hide them under them little boy clothes. Bitch, I see all that ass you over there trying to walk tucked in and shit. Big booty, big titty ass bitch. I see you sexy under all them nigga clothes you got on. What you looking at, bro? You bad bitch. Fine under there. Bitch told me I was gay for looking at her. That don't add up at all. I got these, you got pussy, 1 + 1. This how I'm gay. I'm standing in front of the club, everything good. Y'all can see I'm lanky as hell. I have my hand on the hip chip, listen to the music and shit. And I accidentally bumped it. Me being a grown man, I turned around and I apologized immediately. I said, excuse me, lady dude, I ain't seen you like that. My bad. Turn right back around and shit behind me, she gonna start beatboxing and shit. She gonna she finna get the cold ass freestyle. We might got ourselves an issue, so I turned around. I say, what seemed to be the issue, Bristol? I said, I'm sorry. She gonna answer me back with a 13-year-old little boy voice. Hey, my nigga. Fuck is your problem, my nigga? I was like, I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem at all. Yeah, you got a problem. Fuck is your problem? I was like, well, I wasn't gonna speak on it, but since you brought it up, I just don't appreciate the fact you got in free tonight on ladies' night. No, hell no, because you got on nigga shoes, and nigga pants, and a nigga shirt. I feel like you should pay $10 like the rest of us niggas do. You abusing the system, and you know you are. That's all. That's the only problem. She was like, yeah, I probably should pay you. I'm more of a man than you any day. And I was like, girl, shut up. More of a man than me? Shit, I know I got you beat by at least a week, baby. Here you talking about. I know 1 week out of every month, I'm way more of a man than your ass, bitch. I can see your little hard ass at the house. Go with the bullshit. Your boy cramping today. Nigga, nipples all hard. Why don't you go get your boy a Mindall or something and shut up? So I walked off because I thought that was clever as fuck. I thought I had won the argument. Behind me, she gonna yell out, nigga, you just mad because my dick bigger than yours. And I had to think about it. She might be right, goddamn nigga. They doing some devilish shit over there in the robotic dick industry, my nigga. These mechanical mandingos they coming up with is doing shit human dick can't even hope to grow up to be. They are destroying our self-esteem 1 set of D batteries at a time, bro. These diabolical bitches laying right next to your ass in the bed with some shit your dick can't never hope to get up to be. Plug his ass up and fuck you right in front of your face. They don't give a fuck. This bitch give herself carpal tunnel, beating herself up. Look you in your eye while she fuck herself.
That's crazy. Black Ron. Oh man, that's crazy. together. So ooh, banana cream pie. No bake, bakeable. No bake. I'm gonna have to try that. Some water.
One thing I've learned in life, deep divers, is that if you are a doormat, people will treat you like a doormat. They will wipe their dirty ass shoes on you without even saying thank you. Another thing I've learned, deep divers, is that if you don't respect your energy, nobody else is going to respect your energy too. Because people treat you oftentimes how you treat yourself. Are you doing so much for someone, but you feel like you're being used? Yes, I do, Ralph, because I get a lot of messages like that. Ralph, it's always me putting in all the effort, and the other person doesn't even care. Well, deep divers, I've been in that same situation. I remember when I was 18, I was in a relationship with someone, and it was me putting in all the effort, and this other person didn't even care. I would always be calling, checking up on them, and they wouldn't do the same. And it's like the more they were running away, the more I was running after them. When I look back and think of it right now, it was my fault, not the other person's, because I didn't value my true worth. I do now. Deep divers, stop trying so hard for people who don't care. Why? Because you are worthy of more. Stop being available to someone who is unavailable. Why? Because you are worth more. Do you know, deep divers, there is someone who really wants to be with you right now, but they can't because you care about someone who doesn't even care about you? It's time, deep divers, to let that shit go. Let that person who is not serving you, let them go. Because we don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that. Always remind yourself, deep divers, you are precious. And nobody is better than you. Nobody, I don't care how much money they have. We are all equal. And always remind yourself, deep divers, love is not something that is said. Love is something that is shown through actions. So stop trying so hard for someone who doesn't care. And start realizing, choose people. Choose people, deep divers. Choose people who choose you. Be available to people who are available to you, because that's a real connection. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Yeah. Beautiful deep divers will just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Picasso, baby. Have a beautiful day, baby. Baby, baby. Peace.
Get tickets now to The Play That Goes Wrong, the smashing new comedy direct from Broadway. Audiences across America are cracking up at this gut-busting hit.
This is gangsta ass crowd, bro. Whole lot of ladies in here with their girlfriend. What the fuck? Y'all just threw dick away. Y'all like that no more? Why y'all like that no more? She said, well, I don't know what dick you had. My dick had clean skin up. Fuck with me for 3 weeks, your edges and shit start growing back. Confidence that went through the motherfucking roof. Fellas, stop giving your girl compliments, man. Compliment every goddamn thing. Everything. Just hype your lady up. They love that shit. Women love some goddamn compliments. They like compliments so much, you can put yourself in the goddamn compliment and they'll still accept it. Who got the baddest bitch in Maryland? Me. Who put dick in that thing, motherfucker? This nigga here. Just when she walking through the house, but damn, that ass getting fat. Shit. When you get that fine? Oh, I'm so lucky. They love this shit, bro. Compliment the fuck out your lady at home so them niggas outside can't do it. These women look so good now, gay niggas to take them from you. Yeah, they don't even want to fuck, they'll just take them. Gay niggas, because they gonna compliment the fuck out of them. Bitch, what you doing? No, you didn't, bitch. With the clear skin, bitch, for real. Edges is laid the fuck down like they sleep, bitch. That ain't baby hair, bitch. That's infant hair. Your baby hair is infant hair, bitch. You killing these hoes with the crinkly. No, crinkly. No, crinkly. No, you didn't. You know what, bitch? You killing me. Kill me. Bring me back to life. Kill me again, bitch. Yes. Yes. Eyebrows doing what the fuck they supposed to do. Yes, bitch. School me, rule me, bitch. They just throw shit, nigga. But what is you doing? Look, chocolate. No, you didn't, bitch. With a cute little line of looking like a Hershey bar. Stop, bitch. You better stop. I'll be your girlfriend. Hello, bitch. Stop playing with your little muscles. Been working out too, huh? Got your pants pulled up looking like a gentleman. Kill him, bitch. Like a real nigga. You got all those, yes. Get your girl ready to go outside. You can't keep saying that same shit. Hey, that don't work no more. That don't work no more, bro. OJ, when you drink, you compliment the fuck out your lady. I'm telling you. Just make up some shit on the way home. Hey, you know what I like? You was at the show, how you were laughing. Hey, when you laugh, your ear cute as fuck, you little ear pick up. I love that shit. I'm find something, bro. Find something. I'm telling you, wake up. Hey, you sleep. I want to tell you, you cute as hell last night. I had a dream. I was witch. Woke up seeing the shit was real. I'm telling you, dog. Trust me.
Bitch.
Got a gangster lady. What's up, gangster lady? Got that patch on. What's up? I'm fine stuff. I fucking with you lady with that patch on. She'll never see half the shit I'm doing. I saw you with that bitch. You ain't saw shit. You better turn this way and see I was by myself, bitch. Who you gonna believe? Me or your lying ass eye? I'm just fucking with you. You got an iPhone?
Oh my
shit! Stop.
Stupid though.
He just jokes, bro. This is how fuck we get down up in here. What's up, bro? J-O-N? How you living, my nigga? They got a pheasant hat on. Whole hat made out some bullshit. Bathroom rug. Who you in here with? Who you here with? That's your friend. And who are they? They're just some ladies. But that's your friend. How long you been friends with this man? You know him since middle school. He wants some pussy. He can't say it, but I'm gonna say it for him. He not really into you like they want. He want pussy. He's just been waiting since middle school. You done fucked way worse than him. Get that nigga an opportunity to show you why he been hanging around you. You skipping over. That's the nigga that's gonna fuck your wig off. You know why? Because he want to. He been wanting to since he was 13. Okay. Trying to be friends with a nigga. Okay. Tell you, man. If you don't believe me, just throw him a little pussy, see how he start. You already trust him enough to be seen with him in public and shit. Might as well scan off all your potential dick. Y'all looking like a couple in here. Who drove? Oh, that's why he ain't got the pussy. Get your shit together. Oh, need a ride ass nigga, bro. What's wrong with you? You think I'm like, as soon as that nigga get a car, it's gonna be dick picture. Told you, bitch. Told you. Should've listened to the comedian. Yeah, you can't ask for no pussy when you need a ride home, bro. Because if she like your dick, now you gotta spend the night. Damn, bro, you was right up. What you do? Yeah, construction. Build a car. Oh, shit. I gotta quit fucking with people, bro. You all right? Nah. Who you in here? Who's that lady to you? That's your business. Hey, Millie. That's your man right there. How long? How long? Yeah, he swirled a drink. You better get it right. That nigga was rude. Come on now, tell him. Oh shit! You like him? Yeah, y'all look good together. I believe you the one with the money though. No, you got street money though. Like you came up selling ice cream and candy or something. You got that little haircut like a rich black lady in the 30s. Yeah, count money real fast. Nah, that's 1,500 right now. Oh, we love a hood bitch that can count money real fast. Tell the truth. That's some sexy shit. 85, 60, yeah, that's 7,700. Much love to all the ladies who keep a little titty money. You know that little titty money, it always be an odd amount, like $66 in fives. I don't know how she did it, but she did. It was two of them. I love two titties as a set. I don't give a fuck. You know, a little titty and get bored, like this shit gay. Licking on this bitch heartbeat. Big titty women, they probably got a clock on. As soon as they get that bitch on, come on now, we need to go. We're going. This bro ain't gonna last 4 hours. This bitch got 16 hooks. But with them big titty women, she know you can't get up, bro. She just start laughing when you try. They fine. Yeah. Pull that bitch out the sleeve. Then the first thing they gonna do is scratch under that titty. Oh shit! You know why they do that? Because big titties itch on the bottom. Little titties itch on the top. It's a science to this shit, OG.
Boy, the dreams got no place in a man's life. You need to concentrate on getting employed. Forget about football.
a few of my friends to join me on this dope ass yacht as we set sail on a trip that we will surely remember for the rest of our lives. We faced our fears. We bonded over good vibes and music. And things were feeling pretty damn good. But everyone knows sometimes things happen that you never see coming.
And I get my girl pretty. My girl be Simone. And little kid with right hand girl right here. Her name on there. You gotta explain to me what was wrong with you.
So now we're leaving Barbados and things are heating up.
Oh, you look really pretty. Thank you.
And I can't promise it's calm seas ahead.
She should have remembered your name. Was Kimberly upset?
Came across like she was because that's her best friend.
But let's just keep it real. You just keep the girls now.
Our bonds will be tested.
I don't understand it.
But I refuse to let anyone give up. Whoa, all we want to do.
Hi. Thank you. I finally hit rock bottom when.
All right, cool. We're gonna do something. Yeah, so.
Whoa, all we want to do.
Director here. And today it's time to relax, let go, and be free on the board. So go ahead and enjoy yourself.
If you get back in the day, get up.
If you need anything, remember, I'm your man.
This is a bad outfit. When I come for respect.
Oh my God. Scat you. Hey there, Chad. Look all sexy. Oh, I see you. You ordered my daiquiri. You know your best friend. And that's carrot and guacamole.
Yo, Vince, come here.
What's good, man? Dolphins? Man, you know I had to catch it on my phone. Had to. Yeah, for real.
How's the Simone?
I really like Miss Simone.
Oh, yeah?
She's real, she is. And she's beautiful as hell. It's a good time.
What's she like, you know?
I think I feel good, dog. Something out for
Being that I'm the only guy on this boat, I'm gonna do everything that I can to protect her because I've been used, I've been played, you know. I don't think it's any coincidence that the minute my relationship and my face started getting in the papers or whatnot, you know, everyone from like kindergarten to family members that I didn't even know I had started hitting me up. I've had a couple of Nigerian princes asking me for money.
All right, cool. We're gonna do something. You got to. Appreciate it.
Hey there.
So tell me what's been going on.
It's a lot of fun.
What happened?
We went to the beach and went down.
Hi. Thank you. I finally hit rock bottom.
Down in a water slide when
when we first got here was like an impromptu performance.
I don't remember the last time that we did an impromptu anything.
Yeah. When I finally got on stage, the power went out. When I first started walking to the stage, and then by the time I get to the end of my set, I introduce each person. And then because this is Ken's trip, I saved Tiffany, being her best friend, for last. But it was taken the wrong way, like I had forgotten her name and that I was throwing shade or something like that. So there was this whole thing that kind of got really weird.
You and Maya are in a bad place, but I think there was a misunderstanding. I mean, I don't know what you thought. She didn't know what to say about you.
Right.
And she wanted me to say, but she should have said that.
But Maya also just met B and Charlie, and we were having this beautiful connection moment, and I felt like that took away from the moment, and I felt like it kind of singled me out.
I got my girl B Simone and little Kim's right hand girl right here.
It almost feels like you don't feel like you don't belong.
Yeah.
I thought what everyone thought, including you. She forgot.
Yeah.
Pass the mic to Kim to introduce her best friend. And this was
Yeah, there were some emotions involved because Kim felt like she wouldn't have done that, but I thought that was special.
Was Kim really upset?
There was offense taken, I think, because that's her best friend. But me and Kim chopped it up and we cleared it up.
You had to explain to me what was going through your brain. I said on the microphone, I'm going to let Miss Kim the Queen to the honors of introducing her beat. At that part, and you said that part, I promise you, I was lost.
It was very dramatic to me at first, but women come together and talk it out. Misunderstandings cleared up, and we can move on and hopefully have a good time. He understood my perspective, and I understood King's position because we had to listen to each other.
Yeah, we've been together for a few days. You should have remembered your name. I'm not gonna lie. But I know me, the way I would have handled it was different. If I forgot, let me just go ahead and laugh at myself right now. You forgot. Yeah, that's the girl's name.
I am a little hurt that Maya forgot my name, so I'm thinking
Didn't forget your
this
name.
might be a little bit harder than I thought with Maya. You're so real that if someone forgot, you would have just been like, girl, I forgot your name.
I got your name, girl.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'll make it up. Yeah. Wanna go shopping? I'll take shopping.
Yo, the other night, no, seriously, that was a ton of fun. Going out with the girls, I love Chili's energy. But she did loosen up with the dancing.
You had a connection with Chili from the jump.
It seemed like she had a good time.
She was dancing with you. She was talking to you.
I mean, I think I had like a strong connection with Chili in terms of her energy, but I just thought that she was looking more reserved.
Look, your brother got you.
Wait.
No.
Listen, calm down. Listen, what you about to say? Listen.
Instead of me taking this update to her, you were gonna take this.
That's what you gotta do. So I just go to knock on Chili's door and deliver breakfast.
As you're delivering breakfast, you say, by the way, let's do lunch. Just take this update to her, man.
Good luck, my brother. You good? Let's do this.
Come in. Oh, wow. Thank you for my food.
So what did you think about the other night?
It was good. I had fun.
You kind of gave me the impression that you were very reserved.
Yeah.
And then there was like, where did this Chili come from?
I mean, I love to dance. The energy was great. It's a time and place for everything.
So I would like you to go to lunch with me. A special lunch.
A special lunch?
A special lunch.
Oh, a special lunch.
Just the two of us.
Okay. Lunch. What? Romero. Please don't want, because I don't like it.
No, it's nothing like out of the ordinary. We're just gonna sit and have lunch and talk.
What you want to talk about?
We just gonna talk.
Right now, we're talking. We're talking right now.
We're gonna have lunch. Are we gonna eat? Are we gonna sit and talk? I will let you know exactly the time, and we have lunch.
Okay.
Good? You're looking scared already.
I see a lot of cute guys, but it has to be something magnetic for me to just be like, ooh, hey. You know, I'm not one of those girls who, if I see
By the time I was 16, I had the attention of the NFL. Don't move! But I was accused of something I didn't do. The system doesn't care about me.
But you didn't deserve what happened to you.
This movie is about a man.
if I see a guy that I like, I'm just gonna wait for him to come and talk to me. I am very aggressive.
See you.
See ya. Hey, what's up? You ain't slick. But I'm not sure how I feel about Romy Rum. You are not slick. I know what's happening. This is a
I'm in Barbados. Girl, I'm living the life, girl. We got Butler. Girl, I got champagne, girl, strawberries every night, every day.
Yeah, what's up? How are you?
Good. Chucky, Stevie, dress.
You know what? I was talking to him a couple times one-on-one and stuff. I'm like, man, you're actually a really cool guy. Like, he really is.
Nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you what I like about Dreads. He's hot. He got a job. He's hot. He got dreads.
I like him for you, love.
Charlie, what is his name?
Dreads.
It's gonna be so awkward when I ask him, like, what's your name?
But it'll be more awkward waking up next to him asking him his name than tonight asking him his name.
I'm not waking up next to anybody. Stop. Honestly, I don't know Dread's name, okay? And I really don't need to. At this point, I'm gonna just call him Dreads. He keep answering to it, I'm gonna keep calling him that.
So yeah, Dreads is really cool. Especially out of all the other dudes. Every chef seemed cool. Room is just...
You keep saying
I thought he said his name was Room.
room?
What is his name?
Rome.
Oh, I'm just saying how he said it. That's his accent.
Rome. Like the place.
Oh, okay.
Rome. It is.
Yeah, I know Rome.
Okay. I got it.
I did that.
Since we're alone, yesterday on the excursion, you mentioned like your past and it touched me.
My parents divorced when I was 3. I was never hugged really as a child.
What like did you go through when you were younger?
My biological mom was always checked out. I called my friends in the family at the time. I was like, can I stay a couple nights? And then I ended up staying like 3-4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why you have that wall up and you don't really trust people.
It's true, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. I can relate. Our stories are so different, but they're just similar in a lot of ways. I was raised with a stepmom. She was just negative in that house to me, you know, growing up.
Are they still married?
They're still married. My mom and dad divorced when I was very young, so I didn't really grow up with her in my household. I wonder how my life would have been if my mom was present through most of my childhood. But my grandmother, she came through. Like, my grandmother to me is what your second mom was to you.
Yeah. You know, she's saying all these things that I didn't really realize she was going through, but it just goes to show, like, things aren't always what they appear to be. Like, somebody can have the best life on Instagram, but inside they hurt. And you know my door is always open.
You have my back, 100%.
For real.
Hey. Oh shit, what's better? What I do?
The queen can always help me cook, man.
You got another man that can cook.
That's the key to a queen's heart.
Tobias is an internationally known chef.
You're gonna have to teach me how to make some of this stuff. I mean, I don't cook, but
I got you.
you got something really good on your chicken over there.
Them chicken thighs for a seasoned kale salad.
So good. I had to come down here and see what's going on. I'm looking for some wine glasses.
I got you.
Are you okay? You're not like your normal self.
You know, my brother just got out of jail yesterday.
Really?
And, you know, bro, what's up, man?
You know, the most prominent problem in my life, man. And have all these this fresh air feel good. Hold on.
When he caught his charges, everybody was shocked. I was shocked.
What did he allegedly go in for?
Selling cocaine.
How long was he on top?
9.5, 10 years.
Wow. Well, I know how that is.
You know how that is. So, how long was that?
A year and a day.
As Tobias talks about his brother, I kind of relate. I did time in prison.
Yeah, this is just the beginning, y'all. Just the beginning. I'll be back.
When I first came in, they took me into a place that's called the Shoe, and that's like the hall. But I didn't want to stay there. I asked to be moved to population. A lot of people are scared and they want to stay in solitary confinement, not me. I like connecting with real people.
Before I went in, I was moving fast. I didn't give a you know what I mean? And I think God had to slow me down somewhere along the line after Vicky died. I basically just blanked out. Like I didn't care. I was just, I gotta get this money by any means necessary. However I gotta get it, I'm gonna get it. And whatever I gotta do, I do. Whoever I gotta move out my way, I'm moving out my way. And I didn't care.
That's just how he felt. He was like, nah, I mean, that's can't nobody say nothing to me.
But that's the thing. And for my peoples, I did anything. You know, I was always protecting a bunch of people who wouldn't probably do the same thing for me.
Wouldn't do the same thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I would change.
I'm loyal to a fault, meaning I was loyal to the wrong people, but I became stronger. I met some of my closest friends in prison. I learned so much about friendship.
Like Mark Jacobs, we spoke every day, spent money. What he did was seal the deal on the reason why we're best friends.
Obviously, when you go through really heavy, deep situations like I went through, you really learn. And when somebody does something wrong to you, they have to afford you that time to heal. And I do forgive me for breaking that trust and the bond, and also the loyalty.
I genuinely apologize. I love you.
Some people, you know, you just have to say, okay, you know what? Family is family. You gotta make things work. But you know, makes you stronger, definitely. When I went through that situation, I learned to, you know, value me. I know my